Video. In today's video I'm going to be installing a thermostat housing as mine seems to be leaking. I did initially think it was the turbo return coolant hose. For you guys who own a Corsa and VXR, you know that these are quite common for failing. I'm on my third one already, so when I seen the coolant on top of my gearbox I thought, oh, it's gone again, but turns out it's the actual thermostat housing itself. So I've ordered a new one and it came the other day, so I'm going to throw it on now and sort of try and walk you guys through best I can, as always. And if yours has failed, as I know these are quite common as well to fail, and hopefully it will sort of explain to you if you come to do it yourself. And I'll leave the part numbers in the description as well. So let's get to it. Well, here we go, guys. So I don't know if you can really see on the camera, but there is actually coolant down there. You can see it there. So it's dripping out of the thermostat housing, which is in there. So first of all, I think I'm going to have to remove my battery and remove my intercooler hose pipe work to give me more access to everything I need to get to. Well, I've took the battery out and I've also took the battery tray out, so it's leaving me lots of room for activities. I was hoping to take the intercooler pipe off, however the joiner doesn't seem to want to let go of it. I don't really want to have to jack all the car up just to hold onto that pipe and just to pull it off for the sake of a little bit of room, because the new one I'm replacing also has the thermostat as well in there. So I should be able to get to most of it right now. So, well, looks of things, it's some female Torx sockets I'm going to need, and obviously some pliers or mole grips just to take the pipes off themselves. So we'll see how it goes with that one now. So I'll update as I go on. Right, I've managed to move the intercooler pipes out of the way for now. I've took off the rubber silicone joiner to give me lots more space. I've just undone this bolt here. It's a 10mm, and just put the nut back on, just so I know where it goes when I finish. Also, what you need to do, if you ever, this is the turbo return coolant hose I'm on about. They all seem to snap. They either snap there or they snap down here. When you want to remove it, you need to get a screwdriver and just, I don't know if you can really see it, it's like a little plastic thing. You need to put the lever out, so it pulls the shroud off, and that'll allow you to pull this hose off. So now I'm just going to start undoing everything now. I've squirted a few bits of WD-40 and stuff that looks a bit crusty. So I'll crack on and update you as I go, as always. The housing itself, if you see there, this metal bracket for this metal hose, I'm not sure. You probably got to tell me what the pipe's for, but that's cracked now. So. And then they were Torx bits size, I'll tell you now, T30, and the rest seem to be female socket Torx, which seem to be standard on Vauxhalls. Actual thermostat out itself, because this hose was just sort of proper stuck on it, so I couldn't get it in a position to pull the hose off, so I had to take the thermostat off separately and then angle it up like that and pull the thermostat out. Also obviously took out the turbo coolant pipe, and this pipe here at the back, that's off. So now I'm going to be undoing the 4 Torx that are left, and there's a sensor just back there that I need to unplug, but I can't really unplug it in position, so I'm hoping once I release the thermostat from the engine I might be able to get access to the switch a bit easier. And finally it's out. As you can see, this is actual, that goes in there somehow like that, together. And I'm trying to see where the leaking is coming from. It looks like it could be somewhere there, but I don't know. There's no really obvious signs because there's nothing on top for it to be dripping down. It just seems a bit gungy down here. Unless the housing itself may be cracked. Or this thing here, whatever that is. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm going to get these clamps off now, just to let you know as well. There were 2 hoses. There was a bottom hose that I didn't see until I started pulling the actual housing out itself. And the switch is here. It's just a typical clip. You push down and it releases it. I'm next to each other now, side by side. I've just put the clamps on, just so it's ready when I put the slide hose on. I can just nip the clamp across. Look at the seal here. That doesn't look good, does it? That looks bollocks. You can see it's sort of, this one is protruding to give a good seal, whereas this one's just completely flat. It almost looks like this plastic's caved in. Yeah, it has. And snap there as well. And that might have been my issue. Well, hopefully this new one, as you can see, got the new thermostat in there as well. So that's all ready to go. So I'm literally just going to throw this in now. Reverse process of removal. Hopefully it goes okay. Well, all the new thermostat housing in place now, along with the new thermostat, which obviously was part of the housing anyway. So I just need to put the clip back onto that. All the hoses are back on the back as well. And I did find the most difficult pain in the arse bolt was that lower Torx one to that metal pipe. There's just no room in there to get there. So just be careful when you're doing it. So I noticed mine were a little bit crusty. So make sure the socket is well in there before you start trying to undo it. If that snaps, then you've had it. So I'm going to start putting the rest of the car back together now and top it up with coolant. Right then, everything's back together now. I've just put some coolant in. Here it's still burping even though the car ain't running. So I'll turn the car over now, let it idle for a bit and top it up as needed. So the car's running now, as you can hear. I'm going to see if any leaks. Obviously a bit of steam from seems that we've got a leak somewhere. That metal hose by the looks of it. It's leaking out that bottom joint. I don't know why, because there is a gasket in there. So I'm going to have to take it all back out now and have a look at it on the floor. Oh, the joys. Back out again. And I suspect that it's the O-ring in here. I think that might be perished. So I'm waiting for Vauxhall to call me back now and hoping to get a new O-ring to change that. That's the only thing it can be really, because obviously the thermostat and everything's all brand new. So I don't know. So I'll wait for Vauxhall to call me back now and I'll update you guys as well. Vauxhall, and I got the new part just for if you guys ever need one. That's the part number there at the top. So it was only £2.24, so it's not exactly expensive. I'm kind of hoping now this seal should solve my leaking problem, but we'll find out, eh? Visually it looks alright, I can't see why it had failed. But I've got a new one in now, so that eliminates that possibility, doesn't it? So, right, I'm going to crack on, put it all back together again and see how it leaks on. Back all together again. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill it back up with coolant again and see if I get any drips. I'll say good guys, yeah, the car isn't running yet, but before it was leaking even when the car wasn't running. At the moment it's not dripping, so fingers crossed when I start the car it doesn't start pissing out again, but I won't know until I've got to put all this back together again. Obviously get the intercooler pipe back on, battery tray in, put the battery back in, everything else plug back in, and then start it again and see if it leaks. If it does leak, then I'm going full send on the gasket stuff. Good guys, it's been running a while now and it's still bone dry down there, so I think that seal what's the actual problem. Keep an eye on the coolant. It's a little bit low, and I'll top it up. I've got a ton of it there. The thermostat doesn't feel like it's opened yet, but I imagine these have got pressure relief valves on the other tank, so any air that's in there should escape out of that in theory anyway. But I'll leave it running for a bit more. But there doesn't seem to be any signs of leaks anywhere now. Thank God. Well, the car's been running now for a while. It's toasty now. As you can see, the temperature is at 77. And still no leaks. Oh God. So yeah, I'm going to leave it running a bit more, just until that thermostat opens. And then I will get back to you. You know, hose feels pretty warm. It tells me that the thermostat's now opened. And still no leaks. So I'm well happy with that, thank God. You know it's like if you do something on your car and it all goes wrong for you. So I hope this video sort of shows that it's never plain sailing, as much as you like it to be. But yeah, another job ticked off the list. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you sort of saw nothing's ever plain sailing. Things always go wrong. Thankfully, it was only something simple like a rubber O-ring, but it's just those little things can cause you big problems. hopefully if you guys ever fit a new thermostat housing and you have a leak, you can sort of see what you need to replace that part. Like I said, I will leave the mine's gone blank, the part numbers, that's it, part numbers in the description. And hopefully you guys, if you need something or if you've got a leak, then maybe check that out. So update with the car on parts. I'm still waiting for a clutch kit to come from Warren at WG. I also ordered night before last a Piper valve spring kit and a 80mm intake system to allow for 80mm MAF, so I can put more power through the car. And in a couple of weeks I'm going to be ordering some Piper cams for it, some fast road cams, so once funds allow, the way the world is at the moment, and I'm not exactly flush, but I'll get there. So I'll take you guys along for the ride as well. So drop a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you on the next one.